have to rush. Stop rushing. Hey y'all, today we are gonna be getting into some girl talk. I'm gonna be sharing with y'all a few things I've learned throughout my 20s. I just recently turned 28. Yes, your girl is up there. And yeah, let's also chat it up down below in the comment section if you are in your 20s or even if you are in your 30s and you want to share some insight of some things that you've learned in your 20s that have helped you navigate your 20s. Share them down below for me and the girlies. And girl, get your wine out as well because we're gonna be sipping and talking. I want to try some new wine, so this is my first time trying this out. Toscana, I don't know, but it's 13%. I'm gonna let y'all know if I like it. How much is too much? We got our wine. Let's take our first sip real quick before we get into this chit chat. That's really not bad. I can dig with that. I got my notes. Let me get comfortable, child. Y'all comfortable? Things that I've learned in my 20s that has really shaped me and just helped me evolve. Number one, it is okay to make mistakes. You're so young, baby, you're going to make mistakes. It don't matter what age you at. That's a part of growing. That's a part of learning. That's a part of the human experience. As you age, you have to be okay with realizing that it's okay to make mistakes. But the most important thing is learning from your mistakes. It's one thing to keep making the same mistakes over and over and over and you're not learning from it. Usually if you're still going through the same thing over and over, that means you haven't learned whatever lesson God is trying to teach you. You have not got it. You have not learned it. It hasn't clicked to you yet. That's why you're still experiencing the same mistakes. You're in your 20s, girl, like you're growing. There's no blueprint on how to conquer your 20s, girl. We all trying to figure it out. Everybody's experience and path and journey is different. Those mistakes are supposed to shape you. So they're supposed to help you grow, to help you elevate. Number two, like it's okay to not have it all figured out. That's what our 20s are for, to figure it out, to figure out what is it that we want to do, to learn ourselves. You are going to enter new seasons that you have to relearn yourself. Your 20s are for learning, your 20s are for exploring, your 20s are for just you really loving and finding yourself and finding out who you really are, finding out what your passions are, all of those things. So don't get so caught up or don't feel so beaten up at the fact that you feel like you don't have it all together at the age of 22 or even 25. Girl, listen. Number three. Oh, let me take a sip. Let me take a sip to number three. Stop rushing. You do not have to rush. I cannot express this enough. I know that we enter our 20s and we all just have certain timelines on certain things. Like as women, we want to have kids at this age, want to get married at this age, want to have a house, want to be in our careers at this age. Things are going to happen on God's timing. Stop rushing your life and stop rushing the process. Things are going to happen when they're supposed to happen and you have to be okay with understanding that, baby, it's really not on your timing. It's on God's timing, and when God feels that you are ready for the things that you want and are asking for. That's a hard lesson that I had to learn in my 20s, is that, baby, a lot of times we be thinking we be ready for stuff and we do not. Now that I'm in my late 20s, let me just say this. It's been so many times where I've thought back on my younger or early 20s self. I've thought back on things that I wanted so desperately bad in my early 20s. Like it's certain things that I wanted to happen so bad. And it's just like, at that age, I was frustrated, I was irritated because it's like, I want to be here, I want this, why isn't it happening to me? But being in my late 20s, thinking back on that time, do y'all know how many times I had to tell God, thank you for not giving me what I thought I wanted it? I don't think y'all understand me. Do y'all know how many times I literally told God, thank you for not giving me what I thought I wanted? Because I was not ready. When you're young, like you're not going to understand things in that moment until later on. And sometimes later on could be years later. That happened for me. Like things that I didn't understand when I was 21, 22, 23, even 25. Like things didn't click for me until years later. Like,
oh, I wasn't ready for that.
And I was asking for that. Even as simple as as me asking for a certain amount of money. Bro, when I was in my young 20s, I did not have any money management. My mindset in my early 20s was like a little girl mindset. I was not even halfway prepared for the big blessings and the big things that I was asking God for at that age. So if you feel like, oh, why isn't this happening? It's just not your time. And you have to, it's just not your time. I'm sorry, like, it's not your time yet. So stop rushing your life. It may not be time for you to be a homeowner. It may not be time for you to have that new car off that lot. It might not be time for you to get married. It might not be time for you to have kids yet. Like, you have to trust God's timing. And let me say this, when you reshift your mindset into understanding that, okay, I'm learning to enjoy the present moment and not rush into things, I promise you, you are setting yourself up to be peaceful and happy for life. Not just in your 20s, but if you go on your entire life with that mindset of understanding that I'm exactly where I need to be, I'm exactly what I'm supposed to be, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now, that's meant for my life purpose in this moment, I'm enjoying the present moment of my life, I promise y'all happiness. Focus on finding you, finding yourself, doing things that you love. Focus on those things and let everything else flow and align into your life. You focus on bettering yourself and focus on bettering your habits and all of those things. Everything will flow. Everything will flow into your life. And it's just like, even in certain situations, God probably did give me something that I wanted and I mishandled it and I had to learn from it. And it also taught me that maybe I wasn't ready for that. Ooh, we got deep with that one, huh? For number 4, heal your traumas so you can become a better version of yourself. Let's clock it. I'm pretty positive that most of us have childhood traumas. We've been traumatized with certain things. We have things that we really need to work on and heal. Certain traits about ourselves. All those things that we are just going on in life thinking that, oh, this is just how I am. And stop. You need to heal. Start early on. Go to therapy. You know, do the inner work. Healing is such a beautiful journey, y'all. Like, my official healing journey did not start until 2019. I can't wait to really tell this story one day. But y'all, my healing journey for me didn't start until 2019. From 2019 until now, girl, it's been a journey. That just also goes to show healing does not happen overnight. It's literally going to make you a better person. It's going to help you evolve and just elevate. Your mindset will be different. You will be different. You will feel different. Oh my God, you will want different. Heal, baby. Okay, we all got some shit we need to heal. I don't want nobody telling me that you ain't got nothing to heal. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Sometimes that journey won't click until you're in like your mid-20s. It didn't click until I was 2019. I was 24, I think. 2019. No, I think around that time I was like 24 going on 25, but I was still in my early 20s. I was like maybe 24, 25. And when you get to your late 20s, you should be able to look back at your early 20s and say, damn, I've grown so much. I'm not that same girl. You need to heal. Number 5, and number 5 was something that I really had to like damn near heal with that too. It's not the end of the world if friendships end. Your people are still out there. I'm still learning that. I'm not gonna lie. At this big age, I'm still learning that it's so many people out there who I have not met yet who are going to love me, and we're gonna just love each other so much. And I have amazing friends in my life right now. Let's not get it twisted, okay? I'm pretty sure there's still other people in this world who I have not met yet, who our souls are connected, and we're gonna meet one day. But as you get older, it does get tough. But it gets better. You have to trust and continue praying to God to ask for the certain type of friendships that you want. Don't give up. And baby, you're going to lose friends in your 20s, and let me tell you why. As you grow and put in the work to want to change and become a brand new person, some people are going to fall off. Everybody's not meant to stay because they don't like how change looks on you, and they're not really putting in the change. And you got the nerve to be trying to be this person now and heal and do all this and exercise now and eat clean and talk like this and want to have conversation. Girl, they're not used to that. So So they're gonna fall off based off of the fact that y'all are just on two different algorithms. Y'all are not operating on the same frequencies. Be open to making new friends. Keep that positive mindset. Trust that God will bring you your tribe, will bring you your people, will bring you your bestie. Like, it's not the end of the world, okay? Oh, number 6. Let me sit up for number 6 because, listen, take your health serious. Take your health serious, y'all. I cannot stress this enough. It's going to catch up with you. Why not start out early with just taking care of yourself? I wasn't even trying to make it just about a weight thing, but your weight sticks. I literally remember in my early 20s and stuff, y'all, I used to work out twice a day, every single day. Like, what was I smoking? And almost like 5 to 6 days a week. But you just want to make sure you're prioritizing your health, girl, because this is not a game. This is not a drill. This is not a joke. Make sure y'all are prioritizing y'all health. Number 7, set boundaries. Maturing is realizing that it's okay to have boundaries. You cannot be a people pleaser forever. You need to set some boundaries. People are going to keep playing with you. People are going to keep running over you. Sometimes life in certain situations will force you to start having boundaries. I lacked boundaries in my early 20s, and that resulted in me being so burnt out. You will be so burnt out because you've been operating as a people pleaser this entire time. You didn't really have boundaries. You didn't really know how to say no. Y'all, please have boundaries. It's very healthy and very mature and very mindful and very demure to have boundaries and stand 10 toes down on your boundaries. Number 8, you have to be willing to change. You have to be willing to grow. Real peace, real joy, and real happiness comes from real change. You cannot be stuck in your own ways, especially if you want to get to a certain level in your life. My whole thing is like, we were put here to grow. Like, we're supposed to grow, we're supposed to change, we're supposed to like evolve and elevate. So it's like, why would you want to stay the same person? It doesn't make sense to want to stay the same. Like, you're supposed to grow, you're supposed to change. Some situations in life will make you want to grow, and that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Certain lessons will make you want to change. So be willing and be open to growing and changing. Number 9, take risks. You have to be willing to take risks. I am the queen. I am the queen of just taking risks and just not being afraid. And you're still gonna always take risks. Like, I'm still taking risks to this day. No risk, no story. Be open and willing to trying new things and taking risks. And sometimes trying different things and also stepping outside your comfort zone requires you to take a risk. Taking risks is always a scary thing, and the process of it in the beginning is always not beautiful. I'm just gonna be honest. From somebody who's from Albany, Georgia, and now I'm in Dallas, Texas, so rewarding after the fact. It's so worth it. Take the risk. Number 9, you have to include God in everything. You have to include God in everything, sister. You can't be sometiming with God. You have to include God in everything. And I mean that. You're trying to take control of everything, baby, listen, you can't do that. Been there, done that. You gonna have to get in the back seat, get your in the back seat, little bruh, and let God take the wheel of your life. I didn't start really getting closer to God until my healing journey started. I didn't really start getting close to God until like my mid-20s. Now, hear me out. I was always that person who, you know, I believe in God, I pray, I talk to him, but it was very inconsistent. Very, and when I say very inconsistent, in my early 20s, I was very inconsistent. I prayed, but when I wanted to. You know, I talked to God, but only when things was bad. As I've grown and matured in my 20s, like, I've gotten closer to God. I talk to God so much. I be talking his head off. I pray on the good days, even on the bad days. I'm feeling uneasy and unsure about something, I'm gonna go talk to God. I'm gonna go get some type of clarification. I'm gonna ask him for some type of answer, some type of sign. When you're in your younger 20s, like, if you're not very close to God right now, you probably find yourself going to your friends first, going to your family first for everything. But when you get closer to God, you're gonna find yourself going to him for everything first. Like, he needs to be the first person you talk to. Get closer to the Lord and watch your life change. You gotta be willing to grow your relationship with God. Get in your word. And it's like, I write down and I journal so much. Make sure you're journaling in your 20s too. So write things down and put God first. Like, oh, that was the best thing I could have did for myself in my 20s, if I'm being honest, is getting closer to God and really putting him first in my life and just praying and making sure I'm like living my life through the Bible. Because y'all, the answers is really in the Bible. The cheat code to life, the answers, girl, it's in the word. The last one, number 10, we did 10 facts, y'all. Love that for us. So the last one is, it gets better. It literally gets better as you age. Like, life and everything just literally, it gets better. Like you know how you hear like it gets better with time? Like, that's literally how it is. Like, you just have to really be willing to put in the work. Be open to making whatever necessary changes that you need to make in your 20s to thrive. By me implementing a lot of these things into my 20s, whether it was early on or in the middle or in my late 20s now, what I can say is that it got better. Me making those changes to wanting to better myself and all of that, that's how I noticed for me it's gotten better. I pray that you can be inspired by this video and start implementing these changes into your life. My girlies in their 20s, girl, stay strong, keep going, and cheers to conquering your 20s, girl. Cheers to growing, cheers to evolving, and just cheers to just going on your 20s and just taking it day by day. So I'm gonna chug this because we end up having some left. So that wine was not bad at all. Let's chat it up in the comment section. Like, let me know some things that have helped you guys navigate through your 20s. Help the sisters out, help the girlies out, help me out. Because I'm still learning and thriving and growing and healing as we speak right now, okay? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Love y'all so much, and I will see y'all in the next girl talk that we have. Bye.